fire truck that we've been talking about repairing needed a new injector pump and injector pump module. It still is not operational because there was a problem in getting the right parts for the repair. It should be, first part of next week, it should be able to go. Problems relative to ADA compliance of the sidewalk on Highway 15 South seem to have been solved. I don't have the cost figures, but the cost should be well below the $120,000 to $150,000 first quoted for the modification. We've added $971,500 designated for sewer expansion in the 2015 SPLOST program. Northeast Georgia Regional Commission has completed a 6-month study of E. coli in Calls Creek. Levels of E. coli were in general found to be below the benchmark of 235 CFU or colony forming units. Some areas near pasture land and well below Harris Shoals Park were more than twice the benchmark levels due to livestock upstream in the Lampkin Branch area. If you know anything about Lampkin Branch, you know that it runs right into the heart of what was the Experiment Farm, which is now the University of Georgia Farm. And there's a tremendous amount of livestock up there, and it is the opinion of the technicians that is the reason for the increased coli there, but it's way down from where anybody gets into the street. Otherwise, we look like we're in pretty good shape.
I thought what was interesting about that, Charles, was that they mentioned above Christian Lake that tested a little higher, but the filtering impact of the wetlands there before it got to the fall. So
We are actually getting 2 tests on the area that, let's call it the recreational area. We're actually getting 2 tests. We have a high school class that comes down 2 or 3 times a year and tests the water in the recreation area. And we decided that we needed to get a little bit better handle on it, so we talked to the Northeast Georgia Regional Commission about sending one of their interns out to do it for us over a 6-month period of time, rather than just checking it once or twice per year, so we might, get a better idea of what was going on.
Will we continue that?
Ma'am?
Will we continue doing that every 6 months? Or?
The way the program works, you sign up for the program, Marcy, for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
And we can wait 3 months and sign up again for 6 months, or however council wants to do it. I think it's a pretty good idea to keep a kind of close watch on. And I'll talk to the folks over there and see if what their programs are going to be for this year. Get back to the council and we can determine what we feel like we want to do.
Charles, 2 questions for you. Have we deployed I know we temporarily had up the sign that had the speedometer on it on Hardin Hill. Has that been deployed somewhere else in the city yet?
It has been on Cree Street for 2 weeks.
Okay.
It will be deployed on another street very shortly.
So we're moving it around?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then on the $971,000 for sewer expansion, so that's going into the next SPLOST because the projections are higher than what we had thought we were getting. In other words, we can allocate more. Nothing's coming off, we're just adding that in.
We did not bother anything, but by state law, all of a sudden, you have to have everything balanced with the 8.63% of the total that we get, and that makes it balanced.
So does that mean we don't anticipate? I mean, that's just a lot of money. So are we going to do an expansion that's broader than the one that we have planned with the current SPLOST funds, or do we anticipate that not happening in this SPLOST cycle because we aren't getting in the revenues that we project?
We probably will not do that expansion because we probably will not get over it.
Okay.
Because it has to be in the $55 million area, and recently there's been some thinking that it might not get to that place.
The $55 million for this time through?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Police department had 161 calls last month. They wrote 54 citations and they issued 30 warnings. citations that were written for averaging 21 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. The citations were averaging 15 miles an hour over. We don't have any, no, citizens' comment.